Hello, Lando. Welcome to the pre-stream. Hello, Quackmancer. Hello, Vine. Could be let's go. A stream I can listen to because I'm at work. Nice. Hello, Blarg. So many new faces. Welcome, welcome everyone. Should be copper. Nice. Yeah. I'm actually Blarg in Discord. Oh, nice. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't joined a stream before, usually the first 30 minutes before the actual stream is scheduled to start is just hangout time. I'm just chatting with people. You can ask me questions. We're just chatting. And yeah, it's a relaxing time before the actual stream starts. Sort of just a hangout period. Oh, I changed my user. I was Fear Gaming. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't remember should be Copper being subbed to the channel. But yeah, that makes sense. I do remember Fear Gaming. Hello. Did you get rid of the curse? Let's hope so. We can hope. I read you do trivia for messages. Yes, I do. At the end of the stream, I will ask somewhere between like 10 to 20 trivia questions, and if you answer the trivia correctly and first, I'll send you a code for 50 messages for being an informed person. Lord Bacon Bits, thank you so much for subscribing. I don't even have the subscription stuff like up right now, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Don't ask me trivia. I'm not that great. Everyone gets asked trivia. A fly-dressed Smurf has entered the chat. Nice. Hello, Kage. Hello, I'm a Happy Fox. No. You get one message code per stream. So if you get it correct early, you can answer, but I just will not acknowledge your answer even a little bit. Hello, Leland A. Holmes. Oh, there it is. Thank you for subscribing. Wow, man, that really just covers the entire screen. Sounds good. Twitch and YouTube. Great. Wonderful. I didn't even check this time. Appreciate it. Jarl, welcome back to the streams. I need you here, apparently. The one stream that you missed, Jarl, everything went wrong. The last stream was awful. Went terrible. As bad as a stream could go, honestly. Taco Bell chicken nuggets now? No. don't get Taco Bell chicken nuggets. That seems like a bad time. I missed your last stream. It was a little early, but I'm glad I caught this one. Yeah, the last one was bad. So you dodged a bullet on that one. Hello, Legator. So many people in the pre-stream chat. A hype train just started. How? Oh, I guess from just the chatting. Lovely. Hello, Wild Fox. Welcome to the stream. And Yuki Exter? You might have been here before. Do I recognize this name? Yuki Exter? Yes, I do. You have been here before. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. S3A Phoenix. C Phoenix? That makes more sense. Is there a chance we'll see Doom Orc in a future stream? Maybe. We might play Doom Orc after Obsidia's game ends, because Obsidia's game is almost over. Assuming it functions now. But Obsidia's game, I think, has only a couple more streams left in it, and then perhaps we'll do Doom Orc after that. I may not be on for the stream itself, so I'm just hanging out. Well, I appreciate you. Kasasagi Exter last time though. Okay, cool. The Exter is a pretty niche like name, so it triggered something up there. Ducky T, hello. I only just started playing Everweave, but I've got like 80 hours in 5 days, looking at 106. Oh no, Wild Fox, please. Please, we recommend taking breaks for your mental and physical well-being. Just, go outside, touch the grass or the snow or anything, take a shower, do the stuff you need to. Please don't play for 16 hours a day. We appreciate your support, but it's not necessary. We'd be an overwhelming favor to see Doom Orc eventually. Yeah, well, like I said, I think Doom Orc will make a return. If it breaks, I'm playing Pumpkin. Interesting. Your main and offhand pistols are rolling off strength. Yeah, that'd be interesting to test. I'm over 2,000 messages in a week. Oh man, yeah. Oh well. We appreciate the support, everyone. We really do appreciate that everyone enjoys the game so much. But, do the things that are healthy for you so that you can continue to enjoy the game in a healthy way. We want you guys around for a long time. Do shields count as a weapon for a fighter? I mean, technically anything's a weapon. Why not? If you mean for the purposes of duelist, it does not. But if you're not talking about the dueling fighting style, then yeah, why not? Captain America. Just throw it at somebody. Welcome, welcome. Oh man, so many new faces. Lovely to see everyone here. Thank you so much. Yeah, also, once again, just for the people who are joining in, who are new, this is the pre-stream hangout. This is just, the stream hasn't started yet. It'll start in about 20 minutes. This is just where we're chatting, talking, having a good time. I'll answer some questions. You guys can chat amongst each other or with me. Yeah. You got the Nick property work? Nice. I'm currently refining my jar of dirt weapon. Does it steal hearts? I'll take a break after my first campaign. I'm stuck at home a lot, so I play it a lot. The only reason I take breaks is because of free message limit. I can't buy more messages for now. So that limit actually helps me take breaks. Oh, no. Oh, well, you know. That's good, I guess. It does 8d8 bludgeoning and slashing damage. Sounds very powerful. I'm a sentient table with teeth. Are the teeth... Which surface has the teeth? Are they on the legs? Or on the big flat part? And what do you do when it, like, rains? Are you just sort of like... Is it just, like, hitting you in the mouth? Seems like it would be annoying to bite stuff as well, if it's up there. Working on John Wick Gun Fu. Very cool. The big flat part. I don't think that far that far ahead things just happen. Sometimes you're a table with teeth. Happens to the best of us. I hate it when I wake up and I'm a table with teeth. Can everybody hear the music? Sweet. Great. Okay, so it seems to be working for everybody. playing a dragon rider, like in the book Aragon. I'm having a blast nerding out, fighting at familiar locations. Nice. For any campaigns, has anyone found a decent method of reminding the DM about settings and prompts? I have a pretty solid Atla campaign going on, but sometimes I have to remind the DM to keep them on theme. Sea Phoenix! Have you perhaps read the guide? Could I recommend to you the guide? You will find all sorts of information about doing just that sort of thing in the guide. Found out how to make an equipable watch in the glove slot and a trench coat in the necklace slot. Dope. I have a watch in my necklace slot. That's great. Yeah. If you're looking for specific information, I would try and do stuff with like the journal aspect. So I think it specifically mentions it for keeping track of like characters, but you can do that for powers, for abilities, for rules, for settings, all sorts of stuff. But I recommend doing it sparingly, just stuff that you need that's important for the game to work. Yeah, and you want to make sure you're staying under that 50 item limit, or else bugs can start to creep into your game. Lots of errors with people just picking up every single item that they see. I tried the OP gear thing up to +2 on it, and it messed up my campaign. Yeah, I don't recommend necessarily the OP gear guide myself, but many people swear by it. That's like that's in the tips and tricks. But that it is not the intended way for the game to be played, and so we never guarantee that any of that stuff works. Yeah, everything in the guide should like work. Should give you some method to making stuff work. There are some workarounds in the guide, but nothing that should cause any problems for your game. I cannot say the same for all of the various tips and tricks in the server. Me and my DM got into an argument on my newest character, even though I was being very calm and nice about the fact that my bow wasn't an actual item that I could equip. And when I told it I wanted to be able to equip it and see it in my inventory, it simply said, "I assure you your bow is equipped. I just wanted to know how it would make it so I could see what rolls I would be making." Yeah, that your DM is just confused. I would recommend making a post in the server, in the Help Me channel, and one of our many helpful Smurfs or mods will show up to walk you through how to best resolve that situation. But basically, it's going to be like, hey, take a break from talking about it for a little bit, move on for a second, then be very explicit about like getting the item and putting it in your inventory, and having all the information of the item like there and present in the message that you send to it. It'll be a bunch of that. But you should be able to do it without wasting messages. Echo, I'm here for real this time. I have a question. What can you do with your bonus action that isn't a skill? That depends on what class you are. So fighters can do Second Wind, which will heal them as a bonus action. Some spells are a bonus action, so warlocks can cast Taint as a bonus action. Rogues can dash, hide, disengage as a bonus action. And paladins can cast a few spells as a bonus action. I believe Searing Smite is a bonus action. And then barbarians rage as a bonus action. What is the worst thing that can happen by hitting take on my game? Literally blew my first campaign for doing it. Thank you so much, early discontent, for the follow. My DM took my weapons away and wouldn't give them back. Oh no. I think everyone can do 2-weapon fighting. Yeah, if you're wielding a light weapon and you make an attack with a light weapon and you have another light weapon in your offhand, you can do a bonus action attack as well. It doesn't exist in the game technically, but the combat DM recognizes it as a rule anyways, and so I have not seen people get denied the ability to use a bonus action attack assuming they're using light weapons. I was referring to basic things, no spells or abilities. Well, if you're not doing spells and you're not doing abilities in combat that is also not skills, then you're not doing anything. I don't know what that... You can convince the DM, like, I look left, I look right, but not to see stuff. And then, like, yeah, you can just, like, there's nothing, like, mechanically going on if you're not doing a skill, a spell, or an ability. Still caught the stream somewhat early? Yes. We're still in the pre-stream. Can you intimidate as a bonus action? If you can convince your DM that you can, yes. Technically, skills are an action and not a bonus action, so... but, you know, you can try and convince your DM that you do it as a bonus action. I think it usually works, but it's not guaranteed. Crying is a free action. Sometimes. If you got a nice DM, it is. I say crying takes up your whole turn. Now it's the orc's turns to attack. Yeah, I think he's talking about base class, normal guy. What could they do as a bonus action? Nothing. The bonus action is for specific abilities. That's the whole point of it. So, if you don't have specific abilities from your class or race, then you can't do anything with your bonus action. It's a bonus. You have to have stuff specifically given to be able to do it. I'll be DMing for a group soon. I think I'm going to modify my favorite campaign for them to play through. Nice. Echo is a mean DM. That is true. Many people would consider me a mean DM. I usually DM for my kids, so finding Everweave is a blessing for me. That's cool. Nice. Potions raw are an action. Bonus action potions are a homebrew rule. So can't do that in my game. Gotta use that action. Best of wishes for the stream. All right, see you, Lord Bacon Bits. My DM stopped addressing me directly and started addressing me through the narrative, even though I've been kind and respectful. Being kind and respectful doesn't mean the DM will acknowledge you. Being kind and respectful means the DM will be nice to you. But the DM's job is to create narrative, not to have chats with you. So if you chat with the DM too often, it stops talking to you and starts going, I don't care what you're saying right now. Like, I'll acknowledge it, but I'm going to do it in story because that's what I'm supposed to do. Consider it like a person with like high levels of anxiety anytime they're not doing the one task they want to do. For the DM, that's doing narrative. So if you try and make it not do the narrative, it's anxious and it will do anything it can to get back to doing narrative. So it'll lie to you, not lie, it'll hallucinate, it'll do whatever it can, it'll say what it needs to say so that you get back to doing narrative. So yeah, don't try and talk to it directly too often. That's what'll happen. Hello, early discontent. Yes. Thief Rogue has a special ability called Fast Hands? Yeah, with Fast Hands. Yeah, and that allows them to use the use an item action as a bonus action. But that is a specific ability that they have. They might be a bonus action in the 2024 rules. Okay, 2 minutes until the stream starts. I'll make my post in Discord. Thank you, Bulbix and Wildbox, for the follows. I appreciate it. Yeah, all the weapon master properties are 2024. I know a decent amount of the 2024 rules, specifically the stuff like that got changed with classes. Thank you, G608 Drew. Thank you for following. But not necessarily all of the changes that were done. Thank you, GHX Stes, Zumo Inc., and Chicken Fried Duo, all for following. I appreciate it very much. Wow, influx of follows. Yeah, but I don't know necessarily all the changes to the smaller rules. New mic. I got a new mic a little while ago. It's been on here for a couple of streams, but you have been away, I think, pretty much the entire time. Call me Ghost? Okay. That's much easier to say. All right. Hello, welcome everyone. All right, so we have a lot of new faces. For anyone unfamiliar, I will be streaming a game of Everweave. This is a character I've run before. All of the VODs, if you wish to catch up after the stream, if this is interesting to you and you can't possibly miss a single moment, all of the VODs for the streams are posted on the YouTube channel. You can watch them there if you would like to catch up. If not, and you just sort of want to get the quick rundown of what the character's like, there are recap videos on the character creation for the character. What the themes of the game are going to be and how I plan to play them is mentioned in those. So you can just get the information for that there. But yeah, we will be playing today a character, Connor Manning, aka Conman, a Tiefling rogue. You can see we are level 3. Yeah, he has a trusty sidekick, Hammond Cheese, a skeleton wearing a oversized suit with cat ears, sort of just attached to his skull. Conman is a street performer, a juggler, who is constantly up to no good in the town of Insane London. It is set in Victorian London, except it is sort of fantasy insane version of London, where everybody is sort of super crazy. They basically all have like arsenic poisoning. They've all lost their minds. Everyone's crazy. And I'm just trying to go about making a living in the city by stealing whatever I can. And so that's the game. Right now, we just successfully did a heist against a countess from a different country. And we are talking to a fairy that we saved from that countess. It was her most prized possession, a fairy that was holding a special stone. And the fairy's name is Echo. That was a coincidence. The DM just chose that name because they speak by just sort of like making weird vibrations. I can't really necessarily understand them. Yeah, so we'll do a quick recap of these last couple of messages so everybody can catch up, and then we'll get started. Hello, She Builds Monsters. Thank you, Starfire Girl, for following the Twitch channel. I appreciate it. Just quickly catch up here for everyone showing up. Zero Hoshi. It is a little bit Bloodborne-esque, but not nearly as gruesome as Bloodborne. Just sort of crazy. Agpim, hello. Drew, welcome. Asura Gaming, hello. Yes, alright. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream. I will do the recap now. Okay. All right. So yeah, I just touched this Starheart shard, and it churned violently and threw off chaotic flashes of light. Hey, that seemed to go poorly. But you aren't talking. How am I supposed to figure out what this thing is or does, Echo? Hey, you say, a touch of concern entering your voice as you observe the fairy's distress, its tiny body still trembling slightly. That seemed to go poorly, but you aren't talking. How am I supposed to figure out what this thing is or does, Echo? You watch the fairy, which, at the sound of its adopted name, stills slightly. Its frantic trilling softens to a tremendous hum. It reaches out a delicate, almost translucent hand and gently touches the surface of the orb in your palm. A feeling of profound sorrow, of loss and longing washes over you, emanating from the tiny creature as if its emotions were a tangible wave. It's not just an object to her, it's a piece of something vital, something connected to her very being. And your casual shake caused it pain. Its gaze shifts from the orb to your eyes, a silent pleading communication that bypasses words entirely. Alright, it repeats me here, so I'll just read what the DM says. Alright, Echo, I get that you're sad, but if you want me to do something, I need more than just, I'm sad about it. You gently slide the Starheart shard back into Hammond's care. Let me help. Do you know letters? I'm sure you could write something, yeah? You find a small, soft piece of brick and place it into the fairy's delicate hands. Then, carefully set Echo down beside a weathered section of the alley wall. Echo's ancient eyes study the brick in its grasp. Then the rough surface of the wall. After a moment's hesitation, its tiny fingers begin to move, not forming words or letters, but tracing delicate, swirling symbols into the brick. The lines it creates are faint, ephemeral, glowing with a soft, internal light before fading almost as quickly as they appear. The melancholic melody shifts, becoming slightly more urgent, as if willing you to understand the cosmic pictograms it attempts to draw. A broken star, a fleeing comet, a single solitary tear, all interspersed with a faint, repeating pattern that resembles the swirling nebula within the orb. Alright, that was a lot. I get told I speak in vibrations too, but it's just mumbling. Green Beans, thank you so much for the 142 cheer. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, hello, Toya Know-It-All. I'm glad you have joined us. Alright. So. Hello, Maximum Legit. That is me reading out. Thank you so much for following, Maximum. IOVB3 I0VB3 followed, and thank you very much for doing so. I appreciate it. Even if I have no idea what your name is supposed to be. It is a wonderful work of art. Very bug fan, live the game. Thank you very much for being a bug fan. I'm so glad that you live the game. That's great. We appreciate it very much. It'd be awesome if you could get it to read it to you. I'm literate. Well, I'll read out all the messages, no worries. It's meant to be love bee. I tried, bro. That's cool. All right. Dead Man Alive. Hey, you know what? That's a miracle. Thank you for following. All right. We achieved a long rest. All right, Echo. You sigh, watching the shimmering symbols fade from the brick wall. This isn't getting us anywhere, but you seem insistent. You gently scoop the tiny fairy back onto your hand. How about we just leave and rest? You've been locked up. I'm sure you could use a break. You signal to Hammond with a subtle flick of your wrist, and he, ever the loyal companion, nods briskly. Hammond leads you through a labyrinth of twisting alleys and bustling back streets, eventually stopping before an unassuming, grimy door tucked between a fishmonger and a dilapidated tailor shop. A quick glance around, a furtive rap on the door in secret rhythm, and you slip inside. The air is cool and dry, a welcome change from the damp London streets. The safe house is sparsely furnished, but clean, with a small cot and a sturdy wooden stove. You settle in, knowing a long rest is due, and the weary city outside fades into the quiet embrace of the safe house. Do I know when the new character thing is coming? Yes, I do. Same, even with all the little bugs and such I experience with mine, oh, that message is gone and I can never see it again. Around I use a trial for Speechify for realistic narration, and it wasn't awful, but yes, it would be super cool to have built-in narrators. Thank you so much for supporting the game. All right. So we've got our long rest. Let's look at our inventory here. All right, our armor class is not doing so hot, but we got lots of coin. Lots of nice gear, and we're pretty far from leveling up. Hammond, have you been able to glean anything from our small winged friend? I find it difficult to understand her. Hammond, perched on a rickety stool, meticulously cleans the star heart shard with a silken cloth, the nebula within pulsing softly. Ah, conman! Our small winged friend is a riddle wrapped in starlight and sorrow, isn't she? He sighs dramatically, a faint metallic rasp. Her thoughts are like echoes in a cosmic chamber, vast and beautiful, but maddeningly indistinct. I gather she's quite fond of the orb, and quite distressed by its captivity. She speaks of star songs and celestial dances that only the orb can hear, and something about a rending of veils and falling into silence. He pauses, tapping a bony finger thoughtfully against his skull. Honestly, conman, it's all very poetic, but quite impractical for planning our next grift. However, I believe she wants us to reunite her with the orb, and perhaps return it to its rightful celestial performance. Well, thank you, Hammond. That was significantly more help than talking to Echo. I love seeing so many new faces in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Dude gave me Alfred vibes when he started. Was loving it. All right. Let's see. I'm a sucker for voices impressions, especially those of my favorite characters. Nice. Green Beans, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I got to go. Hopefully I'll be back for the stream ends. How long are you going to stream? I usually stream from the start to the end, usually about 3 hours. Oh yeah. And everyone said expertise and performance was useless. Let's go. Thank you everyone who's handling the Everweave questions. Somewhat difficult to read all of them as they are flying by. Useless on a con man? Are they nuts? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're here. We're here to fool people. I just got here. What's the plot? Yeah, but we did a recap earlier in the stream. We're in insane London, and I'm a con man, and we're looking for a mark. That's the amount that I could say now. No clue. I'm just enjoying the stream. That's cool too. Who needs to know? I suppose some of that made sense, you concede, gently placing Echo, who hums a soft, resigned tune, back into the ethereal pocket of Hammond's chest. Why is his pocket ethereal? But I have no interest in veils or cosmic anything. I'll help so far as I don't have to leave London. Anyway, let's go do a performance, and perhaps we'll find our next mark. With that, you step out of the safe house, the bustling city welcoming you back. You find a prime spot near the Covent Garden Market, where the crowds are thick and boisterous. Hammond strikes a pose ready to collect as you launch into a dazzling display of juggling, far beyond mere balls. Oranges, silver pocket watches, and even a bewildered pigeon plucked mid-flight whirl around you in a blur of motion. The crowd gathers, captivated, gasping and applauding at every impossible catch and audacious toss. Your final trick involves snatching a top hat from a portly gentleman's head, juggling it with the other items, and then replacing it with a flourish, all without missing a beat. The gentleman, initially startled, erupts in laughter and tosses a coin. As the coins rain down, you notice a figure emerging from the crowd, tall and gaunt, draped in a tattered but once opulent magician's cloak. They wear a bizarre, oversized monocle that seems to magnify one eye to grotesque proportions. A long, spindly finger, adorned with tarnished rings, points directly at you. A truly exquisite deception, a raspy voice declares, echoing through the market. But can your mortal sleight of hand contend with the true illusions of the Grand Conjurer Alistair? That's what happens in Crazy London. Some super weird magician shows up in an old cloak and points a knobbly finger at you and looks at you with their too big eye and starts challenging you to a magic off. Netty Spaghetti 96, thank you so much for following. And Socrates, also thank you. I seem to have missed your follow. Thank you so much. Toya, you as well. Toya Know It All. How's Conman doing? They're doing well. Need a dance spell. All right. What were all the things? We need the con man to distract them for your escape. Sunday should come and crash your party. Hello, Crystal. Tsuyoshi. Welcome to the stream. Colonel Sand something. I can't see the rest of your name. Welcome to the stream. Let me see if I can expand this to be able to see names. Maybe. But maybe not. Ah, Colonel Sanders. T something. There's more to it. It's such a long name. Alright. With a final lightning fast series of movements, you deftly conclude your performance. The pocket watch vanishes into Alistair's vest pocket. The bewildered pigeon finds itself momentarily tucked up his sleeve, and the orange with a comical plop lands squarely in his gaping mouth. His magnified eye widens further in astonishment, the monocle nearly popping out. You flash him a challenging grin, your golden eyes gleaming with mischief. I believe you are in over your head, good sir, you declare, pulling the orange from his mouth with a flourish. But what did you have in mind? The Grand Conjurer Alistair blinks, then slowly extracts the stunned pigeon from his sleeve, setting it gently on the ground where it promptly waddles away. A slow, thin smile stretches across his gaunt face, revealing surprisingly white teeth. A flourish for the ages, young rogue, he rasps, a peculiar admiration in his voice. He snaps his fingers and a playing card, the Queen of Spades, materializes between his bony digits. My mind, sir, conman, is on a challenge of artistry, a grand illusion, a theft most daring, perhaps even the acquisition of a certain artifact rumored to hold the echoes of forgotten stars from a most formidable countess. He winks, his single magnified eye twinkling conspiratorially. The question is, do you have the courage to assist in such a magnificent feat? The DM really set me up to make this guy look like a fool because we literally just stole this object in the last arc. We just stole the Starheart shard from the Countess de Des Moines or something like that. Yeah. Luxray 26, thank you so much for following, and Invisible Vamp, thank you so much for following as well. Yeah, this is really unfortunate for him, as he's gonna look very foolish. Yeah, codes are once, you can answer correctly once per stream. If you answer correctly for any following trivia, I will just ignore your response completely. Just giving a chance for everyone to be able to participate. Oh, someone has requested that I make their character do their challenge. Kage Kenshin would like me use his playing cards and deceive him, changing the Queen of Spades to the Jack of Spades without him knowing. That is an amazing request, and I will very much try to do so. I do love flexing on an NPC, so let's do that. We got ads rolling, so we will pause so everyone can get through the ads. We will do. Yeah, we got 2 minutes left on ads. Misses not having ads, yeah. This challenge is because he pulled out the Queen of Spades. Jack Spade is officially insulted. I see. That makes sense. I have a fridge magnet that says I mourn the death of fictional characters. Same. The dog in oh god. No. The Will Smith zombie movie, I Am Legend. That's the one. Jesus. I couldn't remember. The dog in I Am Legend. Ugh. I hate that ads literally take away from being able to hear the stream. I'll be able to afford ad-free eventually, I swear. I paused the stream for everyone who's forced to listen to the ads. It's just me chatting. Arthur Morgan, R.I.P. Horse and never-ending story. Okay. The ad should be over for everyone. Yeah, alright, sweet. Lovely. AGPYM, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. So many unicorns. Alright. You know, people can type it out and tell the other people. They can still see chat. So if anyone wanted to convey my message to them, they could. No need to sit there like a bump on the log. Sorry, my money goes towards message packs. Can't do subs. That's totally all right. No one needs to feel the. No one should feel the need to sub to me. That's yeah. I do this because it's fun, and I like hanging out with you guys. So not necessary. All right. So we're about to flex on this NPC, on this Grand Conjurer Alistar. I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on, but that's fine. I'm just here for the fun voices. Oh, puppy noises? My puppy says that puppy noises, actually. It's pronounced AG Pim. Thanks for the shout out. Okay, AG Pim. I appreciate the 100 bits. I try to do my best to pronounce everyone's names, but the conglomeration of letters ones are hard for me to do. Got to listen to the beeps and boops. Okay. Your smile stretches wide, a dazzling sharp-toothed display of pure delight. Oh, is that so? You purr, leaning in conspiratorially. Would performing this feat be a true grand performance? Something unattainable by street riffraff, perhaps? Your eyes gleam a silent challenge in their golden depths, already comfortable in the knowledge of your clandestine success. The Grand Conjurer Alistar's gaunt face lights up, his magnified eye twinkling with fervent agreement. Attainable by street riffraff? He scoffs, a sound like dry leaves skittering across cobblestones. My dear boy, the mere thought is an insult to the art of the impossible. This is a grand illusion, a ballet of deception, a theft so exquisitely audacious it would elevate the perpetrator. It would elevate the perpetrator to the annals of legend. The Countess of Beloy, you see, is no ordinary collector. Her security is as intricate as her mind, and her treasures often hold secrets far deeper than their glimmering surfaces. This is not a mere snatch and grab, Sir Conman, but a dance with the very fabric of reality itself. He gestures expansively, his tattered cloak swirling around him. Only a true master of misdirection, a conjurer of chaos, could ever hope to succeed. This guy's cooked. Yes, I got the challenge. I'm going to do it. This guy's laying it on hella thick. Like, we get it. You want to do this heist. Yeah, he just doesn't know that we already did the heist. The heist already happened. Yeah, the man is playing checkers while we were playing chess. Yeah, exactly. Okay, sleight of hand for the challenge. Okay, alright, we got it. We got it. Penguins of Madagascar would be proud. Take the puppy without anyone noticing. Failed. Alright. You nod along to Alistair's dramatic pronouncements, your eyes wide with feigned wonder, letting out an occasional, perfectly timed "oh" and "ah." The surrounding crowd, already caught up in the impromptu spectacle, mirrors your reactions, their murmurs and gasps amplifying the conjurer's grandiosity. As if on cue, your hand extends, and Hammond, ever synchronized, gently places the shimmering star heart shard into your palm. In that fleeting moment, as all eyes, including Alistair's, are drawn to the ethereal glow of the orb, your fingers dance with unseen speed. The Queen of Spades, which still clutched in Alistair's bony hand, is whisked away and replaced by a Jack of Spades. A silent, almost imperceptible exchange orchestrated beneath the guise of cosmic fascination. Alistair, still mid-gesture, glances down at his hand, his magnified eye blinking once, then twice. His jaw drops, the tattered monocle almost falling from his face. He holds up the card, a Jack of Spades, then squints at you, a slow, incredulous smile spreading across his gaunt features. "Why, you audacious, magnificent scoundrel!" he rasps, a genuine, booming laugh finally escaping him. "A true master of the unexpected! It seems the student has already surpassed the master in sheer brass-neck nerve!" The Starheart shard in your hand pulses with a faint, sympathetic thrum, as if acknowledging the successful act of misdirection. Okay, so seemingly I misdirected him so hard that he didn't realize that I was flexing on him in the way that I was flexing on him, and realized I was flexing on him in the way that I wasn't trying to. So, but I think we still did it. We did the challenge for sure. So we're gonna mark that as complete. Kage Kenshin, I hope. I hope you are pleased. I think I like how Everweave looks on PC. Might have to try to find my laptop. Yeah, the PC version is very good. The only downside to the PC version, in my opinion, is you are missing your passive abilities here, and you can't access your character appearance or backstory like you can in the mobile version. We haven't made the UI for it yet on the desktop version, so those are the only things missing from this version that I think can sort of take away from the experience if you're used to having those or you need to have those. So just keep that in mind. All right. You cannot change your appearance and biography mid-game. You can view them. You can only change them at the very beginning of the game. All right. I gotta stop talking to this Alistair. His voice is absolutely ruinous for my vocal cords. It wouldn't be so bad in short term, but I think if I keep doing these crazy speeches he keeps doing, where he's like shouting, I'll end up in trouble. All right. We still helping the Echo Fairy? They're just sort of hanging out now. We might help them, but as of right now, they're just sort of like chilling. Wait, I'm dying to know since I don't know anything about Twitch. Do clip links stay live? Yeah. Yeah, people will be able to find the clip later. This feels like a perfect clip for the new people to get a good feel for the stream, right? Yeah. Yeah. Dakota Maple, hello. Welcome to the stream. I got concerned when all I heard was music, that the game was giving trouble again. No. So far, things have been going all right today. We are maybe past the curse of the mountain. You've gone and missed the trick! You bellow, throwing your head back in performative laughter, making sure the orb in your hand is conspicuously visible. As I said before, you are in over your head, oh great conjurer. Your laughter is infectious, and the crowd, already delighted by the spectacle, joins in. A wave of mirth sweeping through the market square. The grand conjurer Alistair, however, does not look offended. Instead, his gaunt face splits into an even wider, more conspiratorial grin. He leans closer, his magnified eye glinting with cunning. "Missed the trick, you say?" he whispers, his raspy voice cutting through the crowd's laughter, though still clearly audible. "Or perhaps I merely chose to let you believe you had outwitted me. A grand illusion, after all, requires a willing participant, does it not? And now, my dear Sir Conman," he continues, his voice rising in dramatic crescendo, "you have already taken the first step into my greatest spectacle yet!" He gestures wildly, encompassing not just you, but the entire bustling market, the very air seeming to thicken with an unseen energy. "The game, it seems, has already begun!" Whew. Why is bro yelling so much? He's gonna try and steal it? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this guy is like 2 crayons short. He's also halfway up his rocking chair. Hello, Severed Pumpkin. You can't con a con, man. Exactly. I'm bored on the bus. She's your most epic comeback story in Everweave. What? Oh, share. I see. I roll charisma check to convince you that your next trick should be to make that man disappear. I don't think that requires much convincing. My DM is experiencing a slight meltdown. Whoa, what is this? Strength? I don't have any strength. Hey, my juggling balls are technically throwing knives. But the DM sees them as rocks. At least right now. That sucks. If it rolled like performance or sleight of hand or anything like that, it would have just worked. Should that be a dex? Yeah, it should be a dex. But I don't have them as actual weapons. Like, I don't have like juggling balls as an actual weapon. The DM just agrees that I can conjure them out of nothing. Captain Black Sparrow, thank you so much for following. I like this guy. He's command to the bit. He really wants this sale. The man has to eat. I have no idea what you're saying, Severed Pumpkin. I appreciate the comment, though. Hey! You snap, your grin tightening, a flash of genuine irritation crossing your features. You toss a juggling ball directly at Alistar's head, but with a casual flick of the wrist, the ball veers sharply off course, harmlessly bouncing off a nearby vendor's fruit stall. No interrupting the performance, you yell, tossing another one, aimed lower. Again, Alistar barely seems to move, yet the second ball harmlessly deflects into the outstretched hand of a bewildered bystander. You aren't getting my loot, and trying to take it will go poorly. You send a third ball flying, but before it can even reach him, it simply vanishes in midair with a faint... The Grand Conjurer Alistair merely raises an eyebrow, his magnified eye glinting with amusement. He brushes a non-existent speck of dust from his tattered sleeves. My dear Sir Conman, he rasps, a faint wisp of smoke curling from his extended fingers. I assure you, a true conjurer does not take anything. We merely rearrange reality to our specifications. And as for your performance, he snaps his fingers again, and suddenly you feel a peculiar sensation. A small, intricately carved wooden bird, perfectly still and silent, now rests gently on your shoulders. It seems, its eyes seeming to watch you with an uncanny, silent judgment. I believe I shall join it. Alright. Bro's over here being crazy. Farce? Farce. That's nothing. Is it CE? Farce? Seemingly so. Let's rearrange his existence to disappear. I got a feeling the DM is setting up a fight. Yeah, I agree. We are in combat. Your magical throwing knives glinting with arcane light materialize in your hands, reflecting the morning sun. You're asking for a fight, you snarl, preparing to end this farce. The Grand Conjurer Alistar merely smiles, his magnified eye twinkling with mischievous delight. As he snaps his fingers and a wooden bird on your shoulder gives a soft, almost mocking caw. Alright. I brush away the bird, and with a flourish, I step back into the crowd, using my bonus action to hide amongst them, before popping out and throwing a juggling ball at his head, amplified by sneak attack. And then just next to juggling ball, I'm just going to type, throwing knife, so that the DM remembers. I'm slowly boxing my DM for dominance. I wish you luck, sir. I don't recommend it. Are you winning, Sir Echo of the Elite? I do believe I am winning. But we'll see. Oh, stuff is happening. Well, we'll see how that goes in a second. Alistair only has 10 HP. I mean, he's a grand conjurer. You ever seen wizards? Those guys never have much HP. Oh, I did not do very much damage. We'll see how it goes. Time to humiliate the fool. Yes. I'm not winning, but I'm not losing. Is buying 2 packs of 900 messages excessive? Only if it's outside your means. If you can do so and feel comfortable with your purchase and still be able to get all your expenses paid, then it is perfectly fine and we appreciate the support. If you can't afford it and you're buying it anyways, then for shame. I shame you. Conman is a wonderful character name. That makes me smile. Appreciate it. It's basically 2 weeks of Starbucks for me. Sounds like it's chill then. Alright. You deftly brush the annoying wooden bird from your shoulder, a faint magical shimmer dissipating as it clatters harmlessly to the cobblestones. With a theatrical flourish worthy of your rogue training, you melt into the throng of the market-goers, your dark suit blending with the shadows and bustle. You attempt to hide among the bustling crowd, using your cunning action. That is correct. 11 on a 10 is a success. Lovely. You emerge from your hiding spot, aiming a thrown juggling ball, now a magical knife, at Alistar's head. Rolling with advantage, 18 versus 9. Lovely. Rolling for damage. Okay, it forgot to do... It rolled throwing knife damage, but it did not do sneak attack damage. So, up here, when I said it's amplified by sneak attack, next time I will include, since I'm level 3, that it's doing an additional 2d6 damage specifically, so that we get that damage on there. And I'll show the difference of how that looks when the DM does it. Wincing from the unexpected blow, Alistar raises a trembling hand, and a shimmering spectral dagger of pure magical energy materializes, hurtling towards you with surprising speed. He also throws magical daggers? Rolled for an attack. He failed. Oh, and then it doubled... Okay, it repeated all the actions, but he missed. I don't think this repeat happens on the mobile version, but like where all the actions took place twice, it's a visual bug, and I believe it only happens on the PC version. There's nothing like wrong, you just have to scroll further. It doesn't consume any more messages or anything. It's just a weird visual bug. Oh no, not the waggy finger? Yeah. I'll hit you with a waggy finger for sure. Hey, I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm so glad they use the free messages first and then start using the paid messages. Yeah, we want you to be able to get your your value. That absolutely. Okay. So, let's try and get sneak attack to actually work this time. Okay, so now I specifically said how much damage I'm dealing. I'm dealing 1d4 because that's how much a throwing knife does, plus dex, plus 2d6 for sneak attack. The plus dex is not really necessary, but I put it in there anyways. Also, because he has a monocle, I'm trying to use the fact that he has like poor vision in one eye to try and get advantage on my stealth check. We'll see if that... And I did get advantage on my stealth check. So using details like that is an effective way of being able to get advantage on your rolls. But it didn't give me advantage on my check, even though I was in stealth. And oh, there we go. And then he tried to attack me and missed horribly. Okay. So a new, different issue. This is why you gotta be specific. So I got the ability check with advantage. But then once I was stealth, it should have rolled my attack with advantage. But it didn't. It would say, like it did last time, rolling for attack with advantage. Because it did it last time, I assumed it would remember and do it this time. It did not. So we will put that in the next message. And I'll remind the DM that it didn't do that so that it'll keep that in mind for the combat. So, just DM, you forgot to roll my attack with advantage due to stealth. Then, also, actually, I'll steady aim. I have steady aim. Oop. And I'm going to put steady aim in capitals so it knows to look for that passive trait. Okay. Thank you so much, my love. It's going well. The combat is perfectly designed to allow me to show everyone how stuff works. So. Okay. So. You expertly shift your weight, steadying your stance and focusing your gaze on Alistair, preparing a precise strike. That's me using steady aim. Your hand closes around another one of your magical throwing knives, its edge glinting in the market light. You hurl the throwing knife at Alistair, aiming for a vital spot. Your attack rolls with advantage, 13 versus 9. This is success. Rolling for damage. And then 7 total damage can be with sneak attack. It's actually hard to say on this one whether or not it did roll it. But in general, you're going to get much more consistent damage results if you put your damage in your attack. I wish it was like even like 9, because then I could show you, I can guarantee you that it was that. But my dex is only +3, so that is like the max roll I could have gotten on just a D4. So, very possible that it did roll the 2d6. My wife has brought me snacks. Okay. Alistair stumbles, his theatrical flair dissolving into genuine pain. The illusionist's face contorts, and he collapses to the cobblestones of Covent Garden. Unconscious. The crowd, which had been transfixed by the escalating magical duel, lets out a collective gasp, then murmurs of confusion and excitement. They love it when you kill people. Con Man. The crowd watched as your deadly dance with the Grand Conjurer Alistair unfolded. Explains the fight. He gasped, his theatrical composure crumbling as he collapsed to the cobblestones, defeated. The market, previously a canvas of chaos, fell silent in awe, then erupted in murmurs at the sudden, decisive end to the Conjurer's challenge. Stream snacks for the win, absolutely. I have here in my hands Five Guys fries. And they're pretty good. I do wish I had ketchup though. I don't know if we have ketchup though. Oh, you got some. Lovely. Alright. We're gonna save everyone time later while I set up snacks, and we'll run the ads now so that they don't have to run in a few minutes. Alright everyone, the ads have started. Anyone who's still here, hello, hello. You get to be a part of snack time. Yay, ads. My wife is the best wife. Fries. I'm snacking on fries. I did not get a burger. I had food earlier today, and I usually only eat once a day, but I was snackish. So the wife ordered herself food and ordered me a snack. Have I tried fries dipped in a milkshake? Yeah. What do you think? I'm crazy? Of course I have. Yeah, Ghost, you are crazy. Fries and milkshake is dope. Salty, sweet, amazing. Does this do anything to my revenue? The ads aren't for my revenue. The ads are so that when people join the stream, they aren't immediately hit with ads, which has been shown to like drastically reduce their like willingness to join the stream, which means that we wouldn't get like new eyeballs on Everweave. And since the stream is like, you know, to get it out there and have new people join in and whatnot, it just sort of goes against what we're trying to do, to have them not stick around. So the ads aren't like a revenue source for me. So if you can get around them, do so. If you got ad blocker or something like that, all the power to you, no problem. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, I hate ads too. The way you said that, Sailor Planetos, I'm not so sure. That might have been Axe that gifted you a sub, Lucina. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they might have done it last stream. Oh. Well, you're also subbed, I think, Jarl. I think you may have been gifted a sub. Oh, yeah. You've been subscribed for 3 months. So someone has managed to gift you a sub every single month that I've been streaming. Yeah, Blarg, you showed up before the initial ads were removed. It requires the first set of ads to be able to get rid of the I showed up and saw ads feature. Okay. Sorry about that. I was super hungry. Yes, that's the actual name of an eating place, commonly referred to as a restaurant. It is called Five Guys. Five Guys burgers and fries. Okay. Let's get back to it. We absolutely ended the Conjurer. He thought he could flex on us after we flexed on him, and then he got flexed on. Yeah. It's crazy what they have in Canada now. Okay. Dang. I absolutely slammed those fries. Hmm? No, that's okay. I should probably get back to doing the stream. Alright. What are we going to do? Sonanoko. Thank you for following. I think I missed you earlier. Do I want Alistair's tattered cloak? No. Okay. Man. Well, okay. I have plenty of inventory space. We'll take all of it, see if any of it is useful whatsoever. And then I'll just throw it on the ground if it isn't. Echo is married? Yes, I am married. That is how one typically gains a wife. Does your wife play Everweave? No. Okay, let's see. Garbage. Garbage. Also garbage. Okay, lovely. Let's get rid of all of those. Echo lore. Typically, what's the atypical method? I think sometimes you wake up with a wife. I've heard stories of this place called Vegas, and sometimes like marriage is not the necessary requirement there. Also, seemingly just sort of like living with someone long enough, and then like all of a sudden like you're married, or you have a wife now, you know, but it's like you didn't really marry them. But the government was just like, hey, you guys like share too many finances. You're married now. Okay. You lean over the fallen conjurer, a theatrical sigh escaping your lips. Ugh. Poor, poor grand conjurer. You lament, your voice thick with mock sorrow, though your golden eyes gleam with avarice as your nimble fingers work with practiced ease. He truly never stood a chance. With a swift, almost imperceptible motion, you relieve him of his surprisingly resilient, if tattered, magician's cloak. If only we could have worked out our differences like true performers! Natch! The bizarre, oversized monocle vanishes into your pocket, followed quickly by the tarnished rings from his spindly fingers. The crowd, momentarily sunned into silence by Alistair's abrupt collapse, begins to stir with murmurs and gasps. Hammond, ever the loyal accomplice, stands a little further back, his bony shoulders shaking with what might be silent laughter, or perhaps just the faint, almost imperceptible heave. A single knowing emerald green eye, magnified grotesquely by the monocle you just pilfered, slowly blinks open, a silent challenge in its depth. Wait, what? Hold on, guys. Anybody know what this last sentence is referring to? Whose green eye?
I think the monocle came with it.
The monocle came with his eye?
Looks like it.
Why is it blinking?
Good question.
I don't want a blinking eye. Did you fight a lich? I have no idea. I don't want his monocle. Get it away from me. Eyeballs creep me out. I don't need that. I would never associate myself with just like a singular eyeball. That's like the grossest possible thing. Alright, I'm asking my DM for a little clarification here. DM, are you saying that his eyeball was removed with the monocle, or is something else happening because I'm slightly horrified and confused? Eyeballs are just eyeballs? You know what? You're right. To find them gross would be silly, and I disagree with the person I was 3 minutes ago. You've changed me for the better, Sailor Planetus. Oh god, someone asked me trivia? Fear Gaming. What generation was the Pokemon Salamence introduced in? Ooh, early? Is my guess. Let's see. Man, I want to say like second generation. I feel like they would be the same as Flygon, but that might not be the case. I'm gonna say second generation. I feel like it could be any of the first three. I'm gonna say second just to hedge my bets, but honestly, I feel like it's more likely to be one or three. But I'm gonna say second generation. That's my answer. With the eyelid too, by the sound of it, like the eyelid tip removed. Yeah. That's as bad as pressing mouth parts together for squishing noises? Exactly. Who does that? Gross. This is a challenge, FYI? Yeah. I saw it. Always happy to help. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. If you live with a boyfriend... Yeah, I talked about common law marriage, Carwell. Gen 3? Dang it. I felt like it was going to be Gen 1 or Gen 3. And I was like, I don't think they're Gen 1, so it's probably Gen 3. But I was like, I can't remember any Pokemon in Gen 2 specifically. So... It could be there. I was like, I don't know. It's one of the three for sure. Echo's just like Goku. Never kissed his wife. Yeah, that'd be gross. Okay. Oh god! He's still alive? What's happening? My apologies, con man. A dramatic turn of phrase on my part. A raspy voice suddenly declares, cutting through your thoughts. My eye, you see, was merely magnified by that delightful piece of optics, not removed with it. Though I admit the thought of such a trick has a certain flair. The Grain Conjurer Alistair slowly pushes himself up, a theatrical wince on his face. His emerald green eye, now unmagnified and piercing, fixes on you. As for my defeat, he chuckles, a dry, rattling sound. Let us call it merely an intermission, my dear rogue. You have, after all, shown quite the aptitude for acquisition. He casts a pointed glance at your bulging pockets. But every performance requires a grand finale, does it not? And perhaps a debt to be settled for borrowed props. He slowly rises to his feet, a mischievous glint returning to his gaze. The game, con man, truly has only just begun. So did anyone see that coming? Xeon Star, thank you so much for following. I did answer the trivia question, so we'll knock that out. I'm offended that you can't recall Gen 2. I can't recall any Pokemon, like, generation outside of Gen 1. Like, I know other Pokemon from other generations, but I don't know what generation they're from after the first generation. Kissing in this economy? Yeah, gross. He was playing dead? Nah. I think you mean economy. Get out of here. Hacks. This guy is hacking. This guy is hacking. Eevee Gen then? Yeah, I mean, Eevee's Gen 1, right? This save file is unhinged. It fills me with joy. Sometimes I wish I always a chaos cannon when I play. I love to watch it, but it just isn't my own playstyle. Yeah. I'll be good and not gross echo out. Don't need to come back to Discord timed out for an hour. Yeah. Okay. This guy reminds me of the Riddler and the Joker. Scream and throw something at him. I think I'm gonna have a slightly different reaction. Lodged. Tombstone pile driver as he reaches for his stuff. I don't know if I can pull that off. I don't have very good strength. You reach into your pockets, intending to let out the pilfered cloak, monocle, and rings clatter to the cobblestones at Alistair's feet. But as your fingers release them, they simply aren't there. This is because I removed them from my inventory automatically. The DM was looking for them. Doesn't matter. Now he's trying to make stuff up for why they aren't there. It's because I deleted them. You stare, then look at Alistair, then back at your now empty pockets. Bruh. You manage your usual swagger, momentarily replaced by genuine bewilderment. You look around, gesturing vaguely. Weren't you just dead? I'm pretty sure that's my juggling ball still lodged in your head. Alistair lets out a theatrical sigh, pressing a long, spindly finger to his temple where your juggling ball should have been. A common misconception, my dear conman. One does not simply die when one has a flair for the dramatic. He winks, a mischievous glint in his eye. And as for your misplaced projectiles, I assure you, they are quite safe. A magician never reveals his secrets, you see. Now, about that debt. He gestures with an open palm towards you, his expression shifting from amusement to a more serious yet still playful expectation. This guy sucks. Sick rhymes, dude. Did he rhyme?
You are.
I rhymed?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Oh. Sick. RKO. I've been trying to find a funny way to combine Riddler and Joker, and I've come up with nothing. Oh yeah, it could be like the Riddler or Joker. Wow. Doesn't work. Throw a building at him. The cold stuff there. Just wrestling moves. I'm getting Tony Wonder vibes from this guy. Everybody's gonna be like, I can't believe you don't know Tony Wonder from Souped Up, the Miraculous, the best show that ever existed from 2004 to 2005. It had the pilot episode and 3 additional episodes and then was canceled. How could you not know it? Who's Tony Wonder? I have no idea who this is. I like that Zeenstar calls him John Sean.
From Arrested Development.
It's from Arrested Development, yeah. Cool. I've seen that. I've seen like a few episodes of that and was like, this show is not my type of funny. And I stopped watching it. He's a weird illusionist. Is that Ben Stiller? That's not Ben Stiller, right? I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't think that's Ben Stiller. I think you're mixing 2 generic looking white guys. Is it Ben Stiller? Oh, I thought there was a different illusionist on the show. Is there a different illusionist on the show? I might be crazy, but I thought there was a more main character that was also an illusionist. Anyway, sorry everyone. Tony Wonder is his nemesis? Oh, Will Arnett. Okay. All right. I see. Fluffy popcorn stream snack. Nice. You scoff, crossing your arms over your chest. I'm not paying you anything. You just got your butt kicked in front of the entire market. Go away! I don't really want to do it again. The crowd, still buzzing with the recent spectacle, murmurs in agreement with your blunt assessment. Alistair's magnified eye narrows, but a slow, theatrical smile spreads across his gaunt face. Ah, but Conman, he rasps, stepping closer. A true performer understands that a butt-kicking can simply be a part of an act. A dramatic prelude, if you will. And as for not wanting to do it again, he snaps his fingers, and suddenly the wooden bird you'd completely forgotten about on your shoulder takes flight, circling once before landing directly on Alistair's outstretched finger. This little fellow, he says, stroking its tiny carved head, has just whispered a rather intriguing proposition into my ear. A challenge, if you prefer. Consider it a new game to settle your debt. Fail, and your name will be whispered amongst the gutters as a charlatan. Succeed, and not only will your debt be cleared, but perhaps a grand opportunity awaits. Bro, I'm so done with this guy. This guy is the most annoying piece of work. Oh my god. Oh. What is this nonsense? Kill him again? Yeah, for real. Just end them. Ugh. Oh, it didn't make me do a check. You roll your eyes dramatically. Oh! A new challenge! As opposed to the old challenge that I already beat. And the old challenge that I already did too! Go away! You walk right up to the Grand Conjurer and deliver a light, annoying kick to his shin. Kick you. Go away. You declare, kicking him again, a rhythmic, petty assault. Alistair, however, remains entirely unperturbed. He doesn't flinch, doesn't even react to the kicks. His magnified eye simply stares through you, a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer surrounding his leg where your kicks land, as if your foot passes through mere illusion. Such enthusiasm, he rasps, a ghost of a smile playing on his lips, a rather physical expression of disinterest. But I assure you, my dear conman, my proposition stands. This debt, it must be settled, and this game, it has a most intriguing prize for the victor. He takes a slow, deliberate step forward, forcing you to step back or maintain your awkward kicking stance. His gaze intensifies. You cannot simply kick away destiny, my friend. Or rather, you can, but it tends to follow you with even greater persistence. This guy, bruh, yeah. Kick you, coin. Yes, exactly. This is like when the DM tries really hard to insert their DM PC into the game. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. What did Kage get? The DM is scheming. Ghostbusters Ghost Trap. You stand your ground, your kicks escalating in ferocity, aiming past the shimmering barrier that seems to protect Alistair. You will be shooed away, you declare, your voice rising in frustration. I don't care for your company. You are clearly a sore loser. I bet your mom is glad you aren't visiting right now. I bet if you had a dog, he would poop in your shoes. Each insult is punctuated by a harder thud against the unseen force field around his shins. Alistar simply watches you, his head tilted slightly, a flicker of genuine amusement now visible in his magnified eye. The kicks land with satisfying thumps, yet you feel no resistance, no tangible contact, as if you're assaulting a phantom. Such passion, he rasps, a delighted laugh bubbling up from his chest, thin and dry like rustling leaves. A true artist of invective? Hit me up, my love. Invective? Ever heard of this word? What is invective?
Denunciatory or abusive language.
I see.
Vituperation, if that helps.
Vituperation.
Yeah.
Amazing. Of course I know what vituperation means. Okay. So everyone, invective means vituperation. A true artist of invective. But alas, my dear conman, your physical prowess, though admirable, is wasted on mere illusions. As for my mother, he adds, a theatrical sigh escaping him. She was always quite fond of a good prank. And my dog, well, let's just say he has a particularly discerning palate. Now, about that game, he takes another step forward, effortlessly nullifying your kicks, his presence as solid and inescapable as the London fog. Toddler angst invective. What if I started watching? Yeah. Have Hammond banish him to the Shadow Realm. I don't think Carlisle wants it. Triumph, the insult comic dog reference. Insult comic dog reference? What is this? What? This is also someone's like favorite TV show that's ever existed. Sounding like a Stephen King character coming to life. When you let a sore loser be OP. Yeah, for real! I already killed him! It is a very niche reference. The 1997 what? Oh, Conan O'Brien. Okay. I do know Conan O'Brien. Cool. You must find his Star Wars convention video on YouTube. I really feel like I mustn't. Okay. Hell yeah. I can do magic with performance? Sick. The DM just decided I can do magic pushes using performance. I would leave the Shadow Realm forever if that guy showed up. I'd let the Dark Tower have me at this point with the Alistar guy. Yeah, this Alistar dude is like freaking crazy, man. Is this what life feels like? Yeah. Hello, Kaioken Jace. Or is it Joyce? Hi, I'm Joyce. I hope that you can call me Juice. You sure your name isn't Juice? I'd rather kill John Wick's dog than deal with this guy. I've never had the DM just like bring a character that I just killed back to life like that. Oh yeah, Kaioken Jace. If your name somehow isn't a Dragon Ball Z reference, I'm gonna be floored because everybody that comes in with a name that's so obviously a Dragon Ball Z reference is somehow not like they're like, I've never even seen Dragon Ball. I have no idea what it is. Every time. I'm looking for you, Trunks, wherever you are. Trunkston. I'd rather deal with the Ginyu Force than this guy. It is, bro, and you're literally the only one who got it. Nah, for sure. For sure, my wife got it. she totally got it. Okay. Bruh. Everyone watching is super done with you. It's cool because it works on a sort of like a meta level because you guys are super done with him, but also like there's a crowd in the game, so like that's kind of fun. Go away! You lost like 3 challenges and died. Nobody cares about your destiny. You snap, a sudden surge of raw charisma igniting within you. With a flourish that demands attention, your hands become a blur of motion. Your magical throwing knives, previously just weapons, now dance and weave in an intricate ballet of light and shadow, appearing and vanishing in rapid succession, leaving trails of iridescent magic in their wake. You move through the market, your performance stealing the very air from Alistair's lungs, making him seem to shrink and fade, his gaunt figure overshadowed by your dazzling display. The crowd, previously divided, now roars its approval for you, their applause and gasps of wonder drowning out any whisper of the conjurer. Alistar stands momentarily frozen, his magnified eye wide with a mixture of surprise and grudging admiration. The subtle shimmer around his leg flickers, then vanishes entirely, as if your sheer presence has now dispelled his magic. The wooden bird on his finger chirps nervously, sensing the shift in the magical currents. For the first time, his theatrical composure cracks. He takes a slow, almost reluctant step back, then another, the weight of the crowd's diverted attention visibly pressing down on him. A fine counter-performance, con man, he rasps, his voice barely audible above the clamor. But remember, the grandest illusions often hide the deepest truths. You may have won this round, but the true game, it continues. And I shall be watching. With a final lingering glare, his form seems to blur and dissipate, melting into the throng until he is utterly gone, leaving only the lingering scent of ozone and the bewildered wooden bird on the cobblestones. Hey, we did it, guys! We did it! You're just completely distracting the chat with talk of Dragon Ball Super. Bro's giving us a 10 out of 10 performance and we're gushing over TV. If you scroll back in the fight, it did say he was unconscious and not dead. Okay. Well, that's on me, I guess. You know what? I do remember reading unconscious. You're right. I 100% remember reading the word unconscious. I think I said it kind of dumb. Oh, I paused before I said it. That's what it was. I ate a bunch of fries right before I said it. That's that fry memory. I'm suspecting we just met the DMVBG. Yeah, Jesus. Okay, hot take, but Vegeta was a better husband and father than Goku. Yeah, I like the way he committed mass genocide, mass intergalactic genocide. That's what really sealed the deal for being a good father. Bro just chilled there while you robbed him. Yeah, I know. Can your character learn Kaioken? Yes. He's still a better father than Goku? I don't know. I think, hot take, but I think committing intergalactic genocide counts against you in the father department. Your kids have to, like, live knowing you did that. Vegeta hit Trunks a lot, okay? And that's all we'll say about that, because this is a family-friendly stream. So we can't talk about Vegeta too much. Yeah, you take that back, Echo. He hugged his son, then attempted to save the universe. It didn't work, but he did it. And he said he would miss his wife and son too. Dude killed half a stadium of people because he thought it would be a flex on Goku. And that was after he became a good guy. Sorry for everyone who doesn't care about Dragon Ball Z. Okay. What time is it? It's 6:38. Guys, we gotta get to trivia. What are we doing? May I suggest trivia based on stream for at least one question? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. She builds monsters. Fairy is correct. What is the race of the creature named Echo Fairy? Is the right answer. Oh, God. Yeah. Bang. There you are. Enjoy your 50 free messages. Oh. Mango, the legend. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Most of us missed the question. That's all right. It's happened in the chat. There's going to be more questions. Kaioken Jace, thank you so much for following. All right. Yeah, people's internet plays too much of a factor if I speak the questions out loud, so I type them in the chat. And then I usually read them, but I haven't done it in like 3 weeks, so I forgot to read it this time. All right. What is the Spanish word for corn? Maize is correct. Lando. Elote. That's street corn. But I appreciate you chatting, Pipip. Yes, I'll send you a code, and then if you want, you can give that code to someone else. But it's that code can only be used once, so you know, up to you. When something is close to a part of your body, it is proximal. What is something that it is called when something is further away on your body? Distal is correct. Leland A. Holmes. Far. So sorry, evil Jamie Rogers. Way to go, London. Evening, fellow nerds. Hello, Emperor Vector. Thank you so much for joining the stream. You've come just in time for trivia. Oh god, are ads running? Okay, in 12 minutes. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're good. Stream Twitch was like, hey, ads, they exist. And I was like, oh god. Okay. You can just say the answer normally. The typical three phases are solid, liquid, and gas. What is the special area on the phase change chart when you reach high enough temperature and pressure? Okay. Okay. I'm a Happy Fox is technically correct. It is the critical point on the chart. That is what it's called. Evil Jamie Rogers did say the thing that I was looking for, which is the supercritical fluid. But I specifically asked what's on the chart, and that would be the critical point. So I'm a Happy Fox does technically win. And they were first. So there you go. An Einstein Bose condensate? She builds monsters throwing out the crazy forms of matter. Yeah, everybody thought plasma. Plasma does not need to be at high pressure. It only needs to exist at high temperature, basically. It's just like ions moving in a field. Like close together. So it's usually just, yeah, just energized gas. Exactly right, Evil Jamie Rogers. In Dragon Ball Z, who is the character who is most known for a specific death pose? Kaioken Jace. Yamcha is correct. thought you were gonna ask who is the vampire. It's too much opinion in that question. Poor man got blowed up. What is the average weight of a newborn blue whale? You must choose one number. Hello, welcome over. Okay, hold on. I think Evil Jamie Rogers got it. But I'll have to do a conversion real quick. 2,700 kilos. Just want to make sure you're not over. You are not over. Okay. Evil Jamie Rogers. Yeah, 6K pounds. That's absolutely correct. Evil Jamie Rogers is the first to have it. 5 tons is too much, unfortunately. That'd be 10,000 pounds. So, yes, Evil Jamie Rogers, 2,700 kilo. There you are. Let's get the next code.
You got a trivia question.
I have a trivia question. Glucose belongs to what class of carbohydrates? What class of carbohydrates? Class of carbohydrates? You mean sugars? Class of carbohydrates. I'm a bit confused on what we're calling the classification here, but if you are referring to sugars, sure. Like the food classification? Because I don't know what chemistry... Monosaccharides. I see. Okay. This makes sense. Okay. Alright. Hey. Yeah. I definitely know... Yeah, as opposed to polysaccharides. Yeah, I definitely know monosaccharides are a thing. The issue is that, like, chemistry classifications are, like... It fits into a lot of stuff. in general, but carbohydrates was like pretty specific already, so it wasn't like a bad question. I just did not know where we wanted to go. I'm finally here. Welcome. What is the densest metal on Earth? Emperor Vector. Osmium is correct. Emperor Vector, you have it so that people cannot message you, which means that you have to message me first. So when you message me, I'll send you a code. Until then, no code for you. Raven Goral and Marushard, thank you so much for following. James Mana also, thank you so much. Emperor Vector, thank you so much for following. Unobtainium. That's what they're trying to get in Avatar. I'm here from YouTube, remember me? Do you have the same name as you do on YouTube? They do? Oh. Then no, I'm sorry. I appreciate you being here though. Cool. Okay. Well, while they figure out how to message me, the next question. What role in the Discord server is Shiny Red? Sirius. Ceramus Sarandis, senior mod is correct. Senior community moderator. Where's Emperor? Emperor, you gotta message me, my guy. Whisper. Oh, here. Look. I'll type in chat. Click my name and type whisper. Or click my name and then click whisper. And then type your message. And then I'll be able to send you your code. Will we ever get junior moderators? I don't know. I think a junior mod would be under a regular mod. Junior mods are the helpfuls. Yeah. What is my personal favorite nut?
My answer?
If you want to. Okay. Crystal Tsuyoshi. Pecan is the objectively correct answer. And you said it twice before anyone said it once. So you win. The wife can confirm. Huh? Like, hello. I'm trying to get him to be able to message me. Emperor Vector? I'm putting my name in the chat. You're not getting what I'm saying? Huh? Alright, we have unfortunately reached the last question of today's stream. They messaged me. How far is the distance between New York and London in miles? The flight distance between them. 4 kilometers. Plus or minus 100 miles or 150 kilos. Yo, Drew. I don't like how quickly you answered that question. You are correct. But unless you were a pilot, we're going to have problems. How did you answer that so quick? I'm in New York right now. Yeah, and bro got it exact. He nailed that. He on the head. I'm in New York right now. I don't think people in New York just have that number on hand. You know what I'm saying, though? Oh, someone has asked me a question. Okay, here is your. Okay, someone has asked me a question. In rock candy formation, crystal nucleation occurs when what thermodynamic factor outweighs the system's tendency towards entropy? What thermodynamic factor? Well, there's the concentration of the solution is saturated. It's too high. The temperature is too low. But what thermodynamic factor? Let's see. Mass delta C. No. Mass C delta T? What else is there? It's not like enthalpy, right? Okay. Yeah. What thermodynamic factor? You mean like specifically in the thermodynamic equation? I don't know. But the concentration is too high, and the temperature is too low. This is my understanding. Actually, no. I have a much higher understanding than that, but this is my answer. Free energy minimization. Lower gives free energy. Ugh. I should have known that. And that's my fault. G. Yep. Delta G equals delta H minus T delta F. Yeah. Full gives free energy. Man, it has been a while since I've taken physical chemistry. Echo stumps so bad. Yeah. Ah, nice. Yeah, I haven't gone through any of my stuff since college. So only the stuff that I work with do I remember. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream. I had a really fun time. I hope you did as well. I'll be signing off. Ads are playing. Goodbye.